Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So tonight, this morning, 1:30 a.m., I am going to be talking about Seeking Sister Wife season 3, 3, episode 3, called I Gotta Have Faith. Seeking Sister Wife has been interesting thus far. Yeah, it's been interesting. I have recapped other episodes. Um, they'll be in the eye, I think, and definitely down below. Um, yeah, Seeking Sister Wife has been interesting. I think that's the best way to describe it. So yeah, keep watching for my thoughts on episode 3. Thanks. Okay, episode 3. We're gonna start off with the Snowdens. So the Snowdens are Dimitri and Ashley. And if you remember, their girlfriend, Crystalline, is in the US for like a week-ish, it might be 5 days, from South Africa to kind of vet them while they vet her type of situation. And they actually reveal that they have a second sister wife, or sister wife, maybe potential second sister wife. What I'm trying to say is they're courting, get it together, that they are courting another woman. Her name is Taylor. She has no kids, no attachment, and they are wondering if they are biting off more than they can chew, which could be. But here's the thing, like, they all get along. Like, Crystalline and Taylor also get along. I think Crystalline said that her and Taylor chat like quite often. So it seems like they're kind of open to maybe taking on both of them if that works out. That's a lot to go from a dynamic of 2 to a dynamic of 3. That's definitely a lot. So yeah. What else are the Snowdens doing? That's pretty much it. Dimitri and Crystalline went out to like salsa to kind of connect, and it went well, and she was really heartbroken that she actually had to leave. She's like, I'm enjoying it here, I'm getting to know them and it's going well, and she was not excited about leaving. But she has such like a bubbly, I'm talking about Crystalline, she has such like a bubbly personality. Like, I think even Dimitri said that about her as well, that she's so bubbly and she has a beautiful energy and stuff like that. And yeah, they seem to hit it off, you know. Um, However, I don't know if anyone else noticed this, but when Dimitri went to kiss her, like, kissed and then she backed off. I don't know if it was like, I don't want to go too far type of situation, but like she was like, she pulled back. I don't know. I thought that was a little bit weird, but maybe it was nothing. I don't know. That's just what I thought about the situation. Okay, next up, our favorite couple, throuple, sister wife potential to be the Merrifields, Danielle and Garrick. So, they're on their way to see their Brazilian bombshell sister wife. I think Danielle used that phrase to describe her, which I thought was a little bit weird. I digress. It's been 1 year since they have seen Roberta. I was wondering if I put this next statement in this one or season or episode 2. Does anyone else roll their eyes when Garrick starts talking? I don't know what it is about him, but when he starts, I'm just like, You know what I'm saying? It's like, do you know what I'm saying? Let me do it one more time. It's like, because I feel like he's just saying words, you know? I don't know. Maybe we'll see more emotion out of him, but sometimes when he talks about stuff, it's just like a blank slate. Like there's no emotions behind it. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway. What else? So Danielle and Garrick finally meet up with Roberta. And did anyone else catch? Okay, so Danielle and Roberta ran to each other. Like they saw each other first and they just like stopped, stared, and like held each other's head like this. And it almost looked like they wanted to embrace, right? So then Roberta and Garrick kiss. Danielle and Garrick kiss. And then Danielle and Roberta, did anyone else see them kiss? Like it might have been like a close here type of situation, but to me it looked like they kissed on the lips. Did anyone else see that, or was it just me? Because when I saw it, I was like, no way. It might have been just like a caught up in a moment situation, and I know in some countries it's like, you know, a type of thing, but to me it looked like it was maybe it was like on the corner of the mouth situation. It was just a little too corner of the mouth, you know what I'm saying, like a little in from, but I digress, I'm over it. Yeah, I will say this, Garrick made sure to point out that Danielle and Roberta have no intimate type of relationship, but y'all, I feel like Roberta sometimes cares more about Danielle's feelings than Garrick. Like, she's concerned about Danielle hearing them do the horizontal hokey pokey. She's like worried about her doing that. She's like worried about her at night. You know, she's worried about Danielle. And sometimes I feel like Garrick does not reciprocate that worry. You know? Yeah. So it is revealed that the like Garrick gets to spend all his nights with Roberta since he hasn't seen her in a while, and their rooms are right next door, and if you remember, because they're engaged, they can be intimate. So whose idea was it to put the rooms right next to each other? That was so wrong. And then Garrick says that he's glad to be with Roberta because he can smell Roberta and he could feel her hair. Okay. And then he says that he refers to Roberta as a small wife and Danielle as a large wife. I hope he means stature. Like, he should have said the short wife and the tall wife, because that large and small thing, that's not nice. I think he means like Danielle is taller and Roberta is shorter. How about you just stop comparing, okay? Don't start that. Don't start the comparison game, because you're already in trouble, but you're gonna get yourself into more trouble. So at one point they go back to the hotel rooms, and they go back to the hotel room. Sorry. We're gonna be a little bit closer. They go back to the hotel rooms, and like the key wouldn't work, so Danielle had to go back to the front desk to get a different key, and she comes back, and y'all, she was walking, and the way she stopped in her tracks, because Garrick and Roberta were like, I don't think they were kissing, they were just like canoodling, you know, they were just hugged up. And she looked so uncomfortable. And she even talked about it. She's like, I don't want to have jealousy, but I think the fact that she even has to talk about it says that there has already been jealousy in the relationship. Yeah. How do you not get jealous? I mean, how do you not get jealous? She doesn't have her own person that she can be canoodled and hugged up with. You know, it's not that type of relationship, and like they're in front of her face. I think of like the Cody situation, Cody and Mary, and you know, sister wives situation. They're not really ones to show a lot of affection in front of each other. Like it might be a quick hug and kiss, embrace, and then it's like, you know, separate. I think that's probably what this relationship is missing, is that they're like in the honeymoon stage, so they're still very much loved up and up under one another. Maybe if they get away from that, it might be okay. I mean, I don't think it'll ever be okay, but that's what I'm saying. Like it's still very new, so it's still very exploratory type of situation. I don't know if Danielle will ever be okay with it. Yeah, I'm thinking about other like polyamorous situations. It's You're not usually always in the other person's face and showing affection with the other partner in front of their face. I think that's what's going to be hard for her, is that it'll constantly be in her face. Get yourself another person, Danielle. Tit for tat. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to have fun too. That's all I gotta say about the situation. Okay, like I said, Roberta is more concerned about Danielle. If Garrick is concerned, it's not coming across on camera at all. Yeah. At one point, he's like, I've been thinking about cuddling you all the way here. You don't need... And then he's like, I just need to reconnect with her. How she brushes her teeth. This is Garrick talking about Roberta. He's like, how she brushes her teeth, or how her hands run through her hair while she puts it up. Like, he misses the weirdest little things about Roberta. Like, I don't know if I'm in a long distance relationship and my partner says, I miss watching you brush your teeth. I mean, maybe, I don't know, like I said, he misses weird things about her. But I'm going to end this by saying, to each their own. And I can't wait to see how this plays out. You know what I'm saying? Comment down below on your thoughts about this particular couple. Geez, they take up a lot of time, because how could you not? You know, this is... You know what I'm saying? Okay, yes. Comment down below about this couple. I mean, I'm curious about all the couples, but definitely this couple. What are your thoughts about the Merrifields? Okay. We finally get to meet them. Okay. The Winders. I'm not sure. I think it's Winders. But we get to meet them finally. So we have Sadie. I think that's their daughter. And then we have Colton, Tammy, and Sophie. They live in Utah. And they are independent Mormon fundamentalists. So they are the people that, like, they are a religious polygamy type of situation. Like they believe their religion, you should be polygamous. Anyway, so Sophie and Colton, Sophie is pregnant, and she said that I think this is Sophie. Yeah, she said her and Colton had been trying for a while to get pregnant, and they finally are pregnant. But I think she said that it's not been an easy pregnancy. Why don't I take better notes? Anyway, but yeah, they live in Utah, and Colton and Tammy were married first, and then he later married Sophie. And Tammy said that she is working through emotions. I think she stated that, like, she wanted to have more than one child, so it's a little bit rough, like watching your sister wife now have a child type of situation. But she said she's working through those emotions. So, yeah. So back to their religion. Like I said, they're independent Mormon fundamentalists, and they believe that God has wives, and that the only one to become like God is to have more than one wife. Why can't it be more than one husband? Anyway, so basically, they're talking about how Utah lowered the polygamy violation. Like, if they found out that you were a polygamist, it used to be a felony, and you used to, like, potentially have to go to jail. Now the new law is, it's similar to like a traffic violation, so it's a misdemeanor instead of a felony. So they're a little bit more open about their polygamous practices. Yeah, they showed a clip. I don't know if they've been on here before, but they showed a clip of what used to happen was that the wives were in two separate homes, and he would like go to one wife and then go to another wife type of situation, back and forth. But now, because the violations are lesser, they all live in one home, but it's like somebody lives upstairs on this side, then downstairs on that side typically. So they're very separate. Very separate. So they feel like, you know, that's better. So Colton is interviewing Kimberly, but not really. I don't know, because like she's a potential sister wife, but then Sophie also mentions that she's the one that mainly communicates with Kimberly, because Tammy and Colton aren't really tech savvy, or they don't really know what to say, and that is very evident when they get on a video call, because Colton wants to invite Kimberly out to Utah to like visit, so that they can see whether she really works with their dynamic. And it was such an awkward, and I mean awkward, conversation. Tammy and Colton kept looking at Sophie for her to be like this token spokeswoman, to be like, you talk. Like, they were so awkward. So that's why I'm a little bit confused. I'm like, did I miss something? Like, how are you courting someone to be a potential sister wife, but you're not like able to talk to them? Are they writing letters? Is that what's they're doing? Oh, writing love letters. That's probably so beautiful. Love letters. Actually, I just recently saw a Good Morning America little clip. This is a tangent. Where these two women have been like pen pals for 50 years, and they finally met, I think, in 2018, after however many years they were pen pals. They're like second generation pen pals is what they call them. But y'all, I want a pen pal. I remember I had one in the 3rd grade. I want to say my pen pal was like from Germany. I don't know. My teacher set it up. If I can find the box, I think my teacher was Miss Gloria. But if I can find the box, I think it had my pen pal information on it. But yeah, I had a pen pal. I know there are websites that you can get on to do pen pal, but I'm a little weary about that. But that would be cool if I could have a pen pal again. Not that I would talk about much, honestly. My life is pretty boring, but still nice to communicate with somebody. Somebody write me a letter. Okay, I'm done. Anyway, but yeah. So Kimberly is coming out to see whether this is the life for her. I didn't recall whether Kimberly was like of their religion. I guess she would have to be, wouldn't she? I don't know if you could come in to like an independent Mormon fundamentalism and not be like already following that. You know, that might be a hard thing to step into, but I guess we'll see next week what this relationship is all about. Okay, last but not least, the Joneses. So Tasha and Sidian are kind of like on the prowl, but not in a predatory way. But they are looking for their potential wife, sister wife, second wife. Yeah. My whole thing was why not go on the internet, but they said that they had known that some people in the area who like just went out to bars and that's how they were able to find a sister wife. So I guess they're kind of trying that first. Like online might be their last resort, or maybe they have tried online and it's not working, so they are trying in person, which, you know, so many catfishers online these days. Oh. If it's not catfish, it's a scam. If it's not a scam, it's a catfish. It's like, how are people finding love online? I don't get it. Please share your secrets. You know, how do you do it? Please share. Okay, I'm done. I'm so tired. I'm almost done. Okay. So the producers ask, I think they ask Sidian what he wants in a second wife, like what his dream second wife would be. And y'all, he was like, our wife. And I am kind of happy about that because he realizes that this is not just a person for him, it's a person for his family. So like Tasha and her would have to get along. His kids and her would have to get along. Like the whole unit has to get along. Yes, you know, he's the one that would be quote unquote dating her, but this is a person that will integrate into their family. So he was like, our ideal second wife. And I was like, okay, Sidian, you know, you're very considerate of your spouse's feelings. I love it. I love it. I love it. So they go out to the bar and he notices a bartender who, and he's like, oh, she's really pretty. She's my type. And they're very open. Like Tasha was right there when he was talking to the bartender. And they're like, we're polygamous. Do you think that could be something? She's like, oh, good for y'all. He got a date. Just like that. In my mind, I'm like, did y'all set this up? Did y'all like purposely, like, how does one just go into, like, it was that quick? He just got a date just like that? I mean, good for him, but yay. Good for him, but why? I'm just kidding. I feel like my volume is slowly decreasing. Okay, anyway, the last part of this was that, so Tasha kind of mentions, like, do you see anyone else that you might be interested in, y'all? Sidian was like, yes, but she's sitting right in front of me. And I'm just like, Sidian, that's so sweet. And like Tasha gave him a little kiss, which, you know, but that was so sweet of him to be like, yeah, you're my ideal, you know, sister, you're my ideal type of wife, or you're my ideal type of person. And he's like, oh, Sidian's so sweet. So yeah, that was the end. We did not see any of the Clarks in this episode. So, oh, I wrote on myself accidentally. Anyway, I'm trying to get this out. That is the end of episode 3 of Seeking Sister Wife. What do you think of the season so far? What do you think of the couples? Who do you think is going to end up with a sister wife at the end of this? Everyone is like in different stages. The Clarks already have their sister wife. The Merrifields have to, you know, bring her to the US. The Snowdens have 2 potential sister wives. The Winders are, you know, courting someone, and then you have the Joneses, who are like actively looking for someone. So everyone's in different stages, which I just realized now that I'm pointing it out. But who do you think is going to end up with a sister wife? What do you think is going to happen with the Garrick and Danielle situation? You know, let me know down below. Like this video, comment below, subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.